Hello and welcome to this new episode of Encounter, and today with us Swami Bhaktivedanta Muni Maharaj. So welcome once again. You were with us the last time we were talking about an ideal civilization. Today we're going to talk about the goal of education. Swamiji, education, basically we think about children are born and then their parents decide, okay, we want to educate our children, give them the best education. Send them to school, of course. So from the kindergarten, pre-primary school, secondary, primary, secondary, and then to university, they get a degree. And so according to us, this is education, okay? But also we know that parents give values to their children and it differs. What is your perspective of education?
Hare Krishna. Very nice question. This our perspective of education is just send our children to school,
Yes.
and then whatever they learn, and they get degrees, and then they're educated. But really, by this education, anything change happening to them, or somebody is a very bad character person or becoming a good person through this educational system? I think very less chance. The modern educational system is very important, less powerful to educate somebody to a good ideal person. But our goal should be, from the education system, somebody should be built a good character, a good citizen, so that he can help the country, he can help his family, and help himself. But this is not happening, so-called, in modern education system. So education should be like if I quote from Shastra, they called Vidyalaya. We called before the school, college, universities in our ancient time called Vidyalaya, the house of Vidya, knowledge. So in Vidyalaya, in that suppose school should be that avidya should be destroyed. The ignorance should be destroyed. By that process, that is called the educational system. The educational system should be that process by which somebody's evil characters, bad qualities, ignorance should be destroyed, and rather he should get good knowledge, pure character, impurity from the heart, contamination from that, anything, any elements that is the cause of a bad character or a bad person. So those things should be destroyed. This should be the goal of the education.
So can we, for example, say that we go to school, we learn to be, okay, a journalist like me. I went to school, I went to university, I become a journalist. And I learned values from my parents. And, but okay, I maybe was lacking or I'm lacking something again, like you say, for example, what you consider education, and how to, satisfy that lack we have in our educational growth. Do we need to go to a guru? Why the need for a guru?
Yes, it's a very good question you asked. That in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself saying this. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. So this sloka is saying, Tadvidhi, if one want to be educated, if one person want to get pure knowledge, real knowledge, what should he do? He should approach a person who is well educated.
Yes.
Tadvidhi pranipatena and pariprasna seva upadekshanti jnanina tattvadarshina. Tattvadarshi means the qualification of a teacher or a guru who are the seer of truth, who can see the knowledge, see the truth. If that person is not enough self-realized, only read the book and taught you, he is not self-realized. He doesn't himself, he has not made his life perfect. So what he will teach you so that your life will be perfect? That's why this guru is necessary, because if you want real education, spiritual education, then you need that guru should be perfect, he should be well educated. So that doesn't mean that whatever now in the education system is there, all are useless. As I told you in earlier session, that this is a material technology advancement, material advancement. Technologies are necessary for
Yes.
our daily life or many things it is a requirement. But by technology, we should not be lost totally. But with our goal, what is we misidentify our goal. We don't know what is our goal. The goal of our university is college. That's why spiritual education should be taught in school, college education, and education institutions, and teachers should be well trained in spiritual knowledge, so that they can keep balance of the materialism with spiritualism.
And
So it should follow.
Yeah.
Materialism should follow spiritual.
Okay. So coming to that, Swamiji, may I ask you your personal journey to when you started and then you reached this level
Yeah.
in spirituality, how it started and how you got this education, spiritual education, and where you are today teaching other people?
Sure. So it was my good fortune. I was born into a family where my parents were spiritualists. They are following proper Vedic spiritual life. It was an ideal Vedic family. My brother, sister, my father, mother, my neighbors. So I was born into a Vedic life, you can tell. So in ancient Vedic life, everybody is educated spiritually, although they have material academic qualifications, but they're spiritually well educated, well behaved. So that helped me, gave me a strong impression in my life to lead myself to a spiritual teacher. So I felt when I was in childhood and I entered in my teenage, I felt that my country, our Bharat, India, is need of spiritual teachers. The lacking of spiritual teachers is not enough. So who will help others? Who will help the society? Because everybody will busy in their own family life, own life. But who is for others? That's why I chose this path, that one day that I will be a spiritual teacher, so that I can help my country, my people, and my friends, my relatives, and others, to help them properly teach in spiritual education.
And obviously, you went to a guru or guru found you?
I was in a search of guru. By mercy of Krishna, I met my guru, and I surrendered myself and started training, take training, and educate myself. Then now I am here.
Okay, so thank you very much for sharing that with us. But you spoke before that technology is important. Today, we're using mobile phones, computers to educate ourselves. You're doing online learning, online exams also. And sometimes we get the impression that we are becoming slaves of those devices,
Yeah.
of all what is around us.
Yes.
So how can we, use that without becoming the slaves?
Yes, that thing just I'm trying to clarify that point.
Yeah.
I already told it, that this technology is now controlling us, and we are not controlling technology. Technology is controlling
Yeah.
us, because we are too much into material life,
Yeah.
and that's why if you are spiritually properly educated and you are situated in the spiritual consciousness, you'll know that body is my body. I am the controller of the body, and what is required, how much you need, that much you will utilize in your life technologies for your benefit. And because we have no knowledge of spirit soul, we are spirit soul, we are not this body. So that's why we are just totally being controlled by the technologies, all this material life.
Yes. Another point, Swamiji, we know that, we're living in this material world, we go to education, and then suddenly, let's say we want to go to this world of spirituality, learn with a guru. Sometimes, maybe we just realize we need that. This is part missing in our life. And then people around us, maybe our parents, will say, no, you don't go that. You'll be part of something, you will leave us, you will go, you will be in another world, we'll miss you.
Yeah.
And how to counter that? Is it good, is it bad?
No, this is natural. Parents, they feel insecurity because they think that my children will be lost somewhere else.
Yes.
Actually, lack of awareness, spiritual awareness.
Yeah.
So what we are now doing, devotees preaching, Hare Krishna devotees preaching, and all the spiritual leaders, they are spreading a movement to create a spiritual awareness, so that they will not misunderstand. They don't know about this. They are not reading proper Ramayana. Lord Ram was he was king,
Yes.
emperor, But from childhood, he was trained by his guru. So this is lacking with us. When there will be spiritual awareness, will be preached everywhere, then people will understand this is necessary for our life. And they will not object to the children. They will support the children, and families will support, society will support. Everyone together will work. It's not that somebody only, those people will work, they are sadhus, they will work, saintly person, we will have our life. Not like that. Everybody together, we can help each other to build spiritual awareness, and we can help everyone to educate properly.
Sometimes we say that, reading in Sanskrit, Ramayana,
Yeah.
I've heard in Sanskrit, the Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad is quite complicated, and we have to understand Sanskrit first, then go and read that, then go and understand that. So this difficulty, is that an obstacle to people to move towards this kind of education?
Yes, I understand that to study Sanskrit, it is too difficult. It is not easy, and to understand the scriptures not easy. That's why those were spiritual leaders like Srila Prabhupada and my spiritual master Srila Bhaktivedanta, Narayana Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gaur Govinda Goswami Maharaj, the great spiritual leaders, they simplified that complicated terms in Sanskrit, they simplified into English language, they simplified to our understanding level, so that many people, they adopted this in their life. So we are not directly will be able to access to higher point. So through these spiritual gurus, those expert gurus, they can simplify it and present before us so that we can adopt in our life easily. It's not
So-
difficult.
So yes, so Guruji, so you are a very spiritual person. You are spreading the word of the Lord Krishna everywhere. Do you feel a satisfaction when you do that?
Of course, I'm fully satisfied. This is what I was searching for. And when you chant the names of Krishna, we speak the teachings of Krishna, and read about Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, you see, unsatisfaction or all negative things is in material world. But spiritual life means joy and blissfulness and harmony and peace. All this will be in your life. So naturally, I'm satisfied. I'm happy with this.
So we're also very satisfied, Swamiji, for your knowledge that you shared with us and also with our viewers. So thank you very much for being with us here, and dear viewers. So thank you for watching, and we'll meet again for another episode of Encounter. Goodbye.
It was also my honor, it was my pleasure that you give chance to speak about this. I think the viewers will be benefited by this, and they'll make their life successful. Hare Krishna.